Quantum Biofeedback. What is it and what can it do for you?
Magnesium glycinate, and I take the migraines for the natural supplement for the headaches. That's it.
Hello everybody, it's Mike, the Baldadonis. Boom! If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mike the Baldadonis, and I talk about many different topics. Sharing life experiences, one video at a time is my motto. I talk about being in my early 20s, doing 5 years and 3 months in prison for a first-time drug offense. Only to get out unhappy with my body, I decided to do steroids, gain 105 pounds of pure muscle, only to have a heart attack and other steroid-related health issues. I currently deal with migraines and vertigo from today's environmental pollution, today's foods, and VOCs. I have Dr. Peter Picoco. He is my mentor, the reason why I'm on YouTube, and he talks about inspiration. I have Gary from the gym. He talks about conspiracy theories. I buy and sell cars as a hobby, and I bring you guys along with me showing the pros and cons of each vehicle that I buy. So tonight's video should be interesting, okay? We're gonna talk about how I met Michelle Corey. We're gonna talk about biofeedback, and I'm gonna tell you right now how this all started, and let's get to it. So 7 years ago, I started getting migraines and vertigo. I buy and sell cars, and back then I would buy classic cars, hot rods, race cars, motorcycles, fun, cool cars. But I started noticing I was getting sinus infections, 3 to 4 times a year. And then it started getting worse. I started getting really serious vertigo, and I would spin constantly for a long time. As a matter of fact, it's been 7 years. I noticed that my house was bothering me from the smells of your candles, your Glad plugins, your furniture, your rugs. I had to rip up rugs. The dye that's in your clothes, that has a smell to it. I had to get rid of a lot of clothing. My furniture, 5 sets of furniture I went through. Okay, what else? I have oil heat that would give me problems. I'm still dealing with that, as I just did a video about it the other day. So I'm very sensitive to smells and also foods, which I did not know about that until I met Michelle Corey. Now, I met her in between seeing doctors and seeing other specialists like acupuncturists, chiropractors, and then I would see Mass Eye and Ear. They would do all the tests on me about my vertigo, and they couldn't find anything. And then the next stop is see an allergist, a little bit of mold, that was about it. Then they sent me to a neurologist. After seeing the neurologist, they gave me amitriptyline. Amitriptyline had so many side effects, and the major one for me was having stroke-like conditions. Now I'm starting to see Michelle Corey, and what's going on, she would be like, Mike, let's see what's wrong with you. She'd sit me down, ask me what I ate, first off, and then I would tell her what I was eating, and she was like, whoa. All of a sudden, all these red flags would pop up. And this machine, this Quantum Biofeedback, is very, sci-fi type of thing. It's very unique, and it's so bizarre and awesome at the same time. It's able to pinpoint what is bothering you, and sometimes you just don't believe some of the stuff that it tells you, but it has something going on, and it got me convinced, and how I was able to change for the better in the way I eat my foods. So after seeing her several times and going from there, I had heavy metal toxins in me. I had to clean that out. I had, aspartame. Aspartame, because I ate so much sugar-free gum, and anything that has sugar-free ice cream, sugar-free candy, sugar-free this and that, blah, blah, blah. Anything that's sugar-free has most likely aspartame in it, and it's a chemical, and it gives you many side effects, usually migraines and vertigo. Well, to me, it gave me massive migraines. Was it part of the vertigo? Not sure, but I eliminated that out of my system, and I went all natural, not all natural, I went all out eventually after 2 years with gluten-free, non-dairy. That's including protein drinks and stuff like that. It took me 2 years to figure out what I could and could not eat. And you know what? If something bothers you, stop consuming it. So organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, no dairy. You know, I live a clean life and I love it, to be honest with you. And I just see the problems that these genetically modified foods give so many people. I've been doing this for 5 years, this way of, this lifestyle. And I just see it more and more on TV. I see it more and more in documentaries. I see it more and more as the people are getting sicker, fatter. It's just unfortunate, but you can change the way, you know, your habits. You can change your habits. So also I was vitamin deficient of like B12, and you know, when your body is in a bad state, once you start adding things that may help you, it can shock your body. Taking the vitamin B12 gave me a reaction that it took me a few weeks to get used to into my system. And I find that very interesting because when I saw her the other day, she said it was low in vitamin C. So the other day I bought yellow bell pepper, and bell pepper has a lot of vitamin C, especially yellow. It has double the vitamin C as a green one. I took half of it and I was flying. I was like, woohoo, just like, you know, like something came over me. Like, it was unbelievable how much energy I had. And then the next day, before I went to the gym, early in the morning, I took another half. And the whole day, all my energy, I was like, this is fantastic. I was like having this vitamin C drug that it was it was unbelievable. I'm serious, it was unbelievable. But we're gonna have Michelle Corey talk about what she does, and you're gonna hear some of the conversation start with me saying sodium, and I buy pink Himalayan salt for the 84 minerals, okay? I buy no foods with sodium. I add my own sodium. And we need about 2,300 milligrams per day in our bodies. And sometimes I like to give a little bit more for the flavor. And so when I had a test done, I had my physical done a couple months ago, that registered just a touch over. You're gonna see the results. But a couple months prior to that, 6 months before that, I also had blood work done, and you can see it was actually in really good shape at that time. So over the few months, I must have been adding a little bit too much salt into my system, but my blood pressure and everything else is at normal. I'm like 118/70 or whatever it is. So that's very good. But she did find a few other things, and she's going to talk about it, and then we'll get back and talk about some of the other things. So
my sodium was slightly high. I was like, okay, I can cut that down. But the other thing, it had something to do with the thyroid, I believe. And I meant to take the information today, but I had somebody at the house, so I forgot what it was. So let's see if we can figure that out on the computer.
Right.
But I had no concern for my doctor to call me back. And I am sleep deprived a lot because I do a lot of editing. So sometimes I don't have the best sleep. I might average 5 to 6 hours, 5 on the average.
Is that because you do this late at night and it disturbs your brain?
Well, it's because I love learning new things. So I'm always still continually learning what's going on with us, what's going on in the world and stuff like that. So I get intrigued, and sometimes I stay up a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's usually, yeah, gee, your numbers here on this front testing panel are pretty good, Mike. There's
Okay.
nothing here that indicates something going on. I look at your voltage and amperage, which is your brain function, and how much is going on there. So you're right at base, you're very good. Your immune system is strong right now. Your hydration is at 83%, so you drank some water today or didn't have too much coffee.
And when I first used to meet you, you always tell me I'm dehydrated. I'm like, how could I be dehydrated?
Yep, there you go. So that, and your oxygen is at a good level. So your cellular vitality is on a 1 to 9 is a 9. So your cells are really working properly, your mitochondria, your DNA is, everything looks okay you're just on a testing panel, so it's reading you by galvanic skin response right now. So I'm just telling you what I see here. We'll wait for what comes up, but a base of health is looking good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looking good. So you're sleep deprived, so your thyroid, do you know your number? Because usually it's between 0 and 5.
It was like 6.
Six.
Yeah, it was 6 or
right.
6.5. It was like 6.
So you're
slightly over.
All right, so that is off. Yeah. And you're feeling? Do you feel all right like that?
I feel again. Sometimes it could be the stress of the house, smelling the pollution, the oil.
Yeah.
And because I did have a heart attack many years ago from doing steroids, I have several doctors, and my main, what do you call it, general practitioner, what she's like, Mike, you still on lisinopril? I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, you should be off it by now because your heart's back to normal. It's been years. And I said, well, my other doctor, the cardiologist, says you have to stay on it for life. So there is a dispute. So I'm going to do an echocardiogram in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I haven't taken the medication in six months.
Oh.
So I believe that I'm better off without it, and
Okay.
And we're going to find out. The numbers don't lie, So we'll see what my ratio is when I get that tested.
So Michael is here today to get some quantum biofeedback, and what I do is put some wrist straps on him, and it works with galvanic skin response, it's called. And what it does is measure his biography and his biological state of being. And what happens is it measures how he's reacting to it. So whatever his highest reactors are show up on my device, and then I can help him see what's going on. And a lot of his weaknesses, some of his sensitivities and what he might be allergic to is what shows up on this. So like today we showed some wheat on him. It turns out he's been eating pasta a little too much in the last month, and that showed up today. So he'll just be mindful of that and probably just eat that once a month now. And we did look at his nutritional panel as well, and that's what is very important. He did have some weakness in his thyroid, which he already knew. He had some blood work, so we just suggested he up his iodine intake. So that was low and did show that he could benefit from some more iodine in that. And so what I do with this as well is look at your aura in your field, and it tells me what's in your aura. It might be lowering your frequency a little bit and keeping you from moving forward and a little more stuck. Today Michael had some worry in his field. I guess he stays up late and does too many videos and thinks too much. So we did show a little bit of that today, and he had a lot of energy that wasn't flowing because he was had some blockage in his crown chakra. So I also work with that, and we open that up in him. So he should feel lighter and brighter today. And that's some of the things I can do with this. This machine is very sophisticated, and it has 500 panels. So there's a lot I can see, and it depends what you come to me for. And I also measured his age on this today. So he's about 10 years younger biologically than he is physically. And that's because he's been taking good care of himself. So that, and nutritionally, I like to up your supplements too. I like to see what you need, but mostly it's what are you doing that's creating a problem, and we can help to eliminate that.
So what's some of the things that you noticed that I should be adjusting to?
Well, first today you needed some more antioxidants, so we suggested a good source of vitamin C. I like more of a source of acerola cherry powder rather than ascorbic acid that is synthetic, and that will give your body a boost for, it's okay for a short term. Ascorbic acid can boost you for 30 to 60 days, but you don't want to take that for years because you will actually get more acid in your body. Your pH needs to be at a good level, so you don't want ascorbic acid for a long time. So we did discover that, and from looking at this panel, we did discover you're probably burning your adrenals again from staying up at night, so which bumps into your thyroid. So we're going to help get your adrenals. You maybe should be taking an adaptogen for your adrenals, like ashwagandha or rhodiola. That way you use that energy instead of your adrenals, and then you don't burn your thyroid. And we talked about glandulas, using some thyroid glandulas to help support and strengthen the thyroid, and some iodine as well. And overall, I think today, Michael, you should probably start taking a homeopathic remedy to calm yourself down. And I would start taking that. You can take it all day. It's not going to make you sleepy, but it's helpful to take that a few hours before bedtime.
Okay.
So if you want to be asleep at 11, you should start taking that at 8 o'clock and just start calming down. And meditation is key. Okay, so if you can just calm your mind for 5 minutes, there's something that really happens physically to your DNA when you meditate. It's a real thing. So if you can just learn to chant or calm down or watch a video, it allows.
So overthinking also popped up on the chat.
Yes.
And that's something that people don't understand or register, that does something to your body.
It does. It keeps you in a hypervigilant state.
Right.
Is what it does. So you're overthinking, and also it's an addiction in itself, right? You overthink, think that in itself is an addiction. So, and we talk about the law of attraction a lot. So I have taught many workshops on that, and so you have done a great job of shifting your thoughts to be positive, right? Now you're aware. When you think a certain way, it's like, nope, I have to shift, think different. But the focus, what we want, and we say, oh, that's our future, and that's what I want, and focus, to allow that to manifest, you actually have to make space to bring it in. So meditation is key for that. So when you quiet your mind, that's when you allow. That's the law of attraction, is allowing to receive.
My emotional.
So this is your emotional chart for today. And it does change daily. It actually changes hourly. But right now, we have some judgmental going on about something, somewhere, somehow. Could be someone you talked to on your way here today. You judge the way they were thinking, right? You get a lot of worry there.
Yeah.
Confusion. Not quite sure. A little autistic always means things should be your way and how you think. And that's the right way.
What is leaky gut syndrome?
Oh, a leaky gut
You have a lot of people that come in for that?
It is, and people don't realize that when you have a lot of sensitivities too, you usually have leaky gut. So what it is at some point, it's another violation of the gut that little pinholes have developed in your small intestine. So when you eat something, it actually leaks into your system and your blood where it shouldn't be. And then you have all kinds of symptoms and reactive from that leaky gut. So what we try to do is heal the gut first, and also we have more neurotransmitters. You know what that is, right? Your brain has neurotransmitters. So we have more neurotransmitters in our stomach, gut, than we do in our brain. So a lot of doctors even believe we have two brains. And that's one, and this is the other. So when you get anxiety and you're nervous and you have fears, it starts here. And just people say, oh, I feel butterflies. Yeah, that's because there's a brain there and that's your nerves. So to calm that down, you have to heal the gut. Right? So you heal that. I like to empty that with some good organic, clean bone broths, healing. There's many nutrients that can heal. Aloe vera gel is good for the gut, but mostly you have to change the bacteria, the gut flora in your colon, and that comes with probiotics. And you react because you've polluted yourself, pretty much, right? So we have 5 detox organs: colon, kidneys, liver. Everyone says, oh, I have to do a liver cleanse. That's not the only organ that you got to cleanse. You have your lungs and your skin as well. So your breathing, you have to have your oxygen, your skin. So if you're putting on a body lotion that's full of chemical fragrance and artificial fragrance, and you're not only polluting yourself by putting on something that's penetrating, you're not allowing yourself to detox. So it's twofold there. Your skin is your biggest organ, so get that clean. Less on it, the better.
Can you use coconut oil?
Coconut oil is clean.
Okay.
Organic coconut oil. A lot of times if perspiring is the way we detox our skin, but sometimes people don't perspire as much, and they don't, I'm not a real physical exercise girl. I know I have to get better. However, I like to dry brush my skin. So dry brushing can detox your skin before a bath. So there are other ways, and I'm very careful at what I breathe. My oxygen, if someone has a fragrance on, it causes pain here.
Yep.
So the lungs and the kidney and the liver are important, yes, but they're not all everything. I think we need to keep our colon moving and clean, and that's where your sewage is, right? So if you're not just dumping what you ate today. When you start dumping what you ate 2 days ago, because we call that a slow transit. We all have a transit time, and things start to develop when you don't transit well and keep your colon clean. So that's a whole, that's really where it begins, actually, is in the colon. You have to keep that bacteria clean, and there's all kinds of other topics we could go from there. But 10, 12 years I've been doing the biofeedback and nutrition. And I've been doing spiritual work since I got attuned to Reiki 25, 30 years ago now. So I've been working with Reiki a long time. So the body can heal. When you get rid of stress in the body and relieve the stress, the body can automatically heal itself. That's a big part of the problem. That's what these devices were designed for, was to de-stress the body. I hook you up, I calm you down, you can heal. So it's not so much what can I find out, it's how can I relax you and let you heal. And it's critical, and you don't need me for that, really. You can calm down yourself, you can meditate. I can't stress that enough. Meditate is really calms the body, leaves space, lets you breathe, allows you to receive and heal. The body will shift itself out of healing, especially when you've been under stress for a long time and it won't let up. If you had a sick child for 3 years, those are big stresses. If it's something you're doing to yourself, like thinking too much, Michael, that's something you can help. Okay, that's what you can shift, is do some breathing exercises and meditate, but that shift it, focus on that's your mission. I think we have to use our gifts. When you know you have certain gifts and you can help people, we have a responsibility to use what was given to us to help others. That's our purpose. We have to use it. It's borderline sinful to not use your gifts, right? That's just how I feel. That's why I try to keep helping and doing, because I must do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, so after seeing Michelle, I went home and got online and I ordered a few things. Iodine supplement I got is this right here, is thyroid support, and it does have iodine and a bunch of stuff in the back, which you will see in a second. So I took that today with no problems, because sometimes if I take a supplement, sometimes it will give me a reaction and I'm a little too shaky or something, but today, not a problem. That will also help my adrenal glands. And so vitamin C, I'm not gonna buy any vitamins, I'll just eat the foods that have vitamin C. So like I said, I bought that bell pepper and holy crap, I was high as can be. I was something, all right. The only problem I have with the bell pepper, you burp it up during the day. So I might find a substitute for that, maybe an orange or something. But I tell you what, if you're low on vitamin C, you eat one of those and you're gone. What else? My thyroid. So like I said, we're gonna work on my thyroid and give that a shot. Vitamin D3. It is the winter time here in New England. Anywhere there is no sunlight for half a year, we need it. Someone like me forgot all about it is something else, because I'm right on top of that type of thing. And yeah, so I'm gonna get some vitamin D3, and you gotta watch out with what you're buying. So when you go on Amazon, or if you go to the store, try to find the most healthiest of anything that you actually buy, because you're gonna be putting that in your mouth. So this is the cleanest version that I can find. It's non-GMO, all that good stuff. Like I said, I'll put that up. Was to help me calm down, she wanted me to take a homeopathic remedy. Now, I had a eureka moment. After I ate that bell pepper, when I got so racy, I came to the conclusion that stop eating my vegetables late at night, because it's giving me more energy. My foods are for energy. So eating those vegetables later at night must keep me up, and I'm not even realizing it, and that's why I can't sleep. And that's why I watch or do my videos and I edit and I keep learning new things. And next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm just trying to fall asleep. So today I started eating all my vegetables around noontime to give me all that natural energy that my day needs. So that is the big change that I'm doing, and no more eating vegetables late at night. All right, let's talk about cleaning products. The things that I use for my house, anybody can use. It's very inexpensive. You get a lot of it, and you just don't need to buy all these chemicals. For example, Windex. You don't need Windex. All you need is plant-based soap. Okay, I buy 7th generation soap. All you do is put a little bit in your in a bottle, and you shake it up, and it cleans your windows. It cleans all your cabinets. It cleans every single thing in your house. Plant-based soap. It's inexpensive. It costs $2.80. It cleans your floors. It cleans your glass, your mirrors. That's a no-brainer. Chemical-free, and it smells nice because it's plant-based. Okay, that's one of them. Baking soda and vinegar. That goes a long way. Your drains, baking soda and vinegar have a chemical reaction, and it cleans out all your drains. It takes any kind of stains out of your clothes and out of your rugs. I did a video when my cat threw up, and I cleaned the whole rug up in like 4 or 5 minutes with baking soda and vinegar. Baking soda goes a long way too. Instead of buying the baking soda you toss all over the floor, what do you call it? Whatever it is with all the chemicals in it, just get your own box. It costs $2 for a big box, and you just sprinkle it on, okay? wait 10, 15, 20 minutes and suck it all up. Now you have a nice, fresh, clean rug without any chemicals. You can add your essential oils to it. So I put essential oils in water, and that is that's my freshener of the house. I go throughout the whole house. I go and spray everything down. So I have a nice peppermint smelling house, okay, with no chemicals. It's all plant-based. And, you know, you do a lot with these products. This, for example, what people don't realize, this is alcohol. This is alcohol, and this takes off any sticker glue. So if you have sticker or tape that you can't get off something, a couple little squirts of this, rub it in, it comes right off. And it's great for on your car as well. If you have a tree sap, give it a couple seconds, rub it in, and it takes it right off. All right, so this is a very good product that costs $1 or less. Safety, this right here. This is a fantastic product. This controls mold and bacteria and fungi. This is a tea tree oil. It smells really nice. Sometimes when I first bought it, it did give me a little headache because it's so strong. But this actually, you could put it on your hands and for certain things, and fungal, your feet. But this kills mold. So open up your drawers where your kitchen is, or you put it in your basement, and this will kill your mold. Vinegar as well. Vinegar will kill your mold, and it will kill mildew as well. So I try to stay away from the harsh bleach. You know, bleach has its place, I suppose, but I seldom, almost never use it. Why breathe that in and get that nasty headache, and you're having a chemical when you can smell vinegar? Vinegar, yeah, it smells like vinegar, but at least it's clean. You can at least lick it, right? So speaking of that stuff, let's talk about soaps. When I went shopping the other day, after seeing Michelle, I put coconut oil on my body. And instead of using products that have chemicals. Now, would you put a lotion on your body that if you went to lick it, you get sick? So why would you put that on your skin? Coconut oil, at least it's all natural, it breathes. It's actually SPF 4, I believe, naturally. And it's antibacterial as well, antifungal. So I use that on my body. Yeah. So when I saw the soaps at the store, I was doing a little test, reading all the ingredients, and something like Irish Spring, which has all these chemical names that I can't pronounce. And then the soap that I used to use until about 2 days ago was oil of Olay, because it's gentle and soft, and you know, it had the less nasty ingredients. But I saw coconut soap. I eat coconut 4 times a day, coconut oil. Coconut oil is on my skin. Somebody made a bar of soap out of coconut oil. I bought it. I've been using it for 2 days. It's awesome. It's friggin' awesome. So you can read the ingredients in that. It's pretty simple. At least you know what it is, and it's all natural. I really started liking that. So speaking about soaps, my Aunt Linda makes her own, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I'm gonna get down there and make a video about how she makes these soaps, and she can tell you all about it. It's all natural. She uses just the best product for all natural soaps, and I can't wait to see that. So I will link a description so you can check out her website, and if you want to buy something, cool. All right, guys, so I hope you learned something today. I hope you got something out of Michelle Corey, and you got something out of me. If you got just one thing out of this video, that's all that matters. All right, so until the next video, everybody, Baldadonis out.